Okay, I hope this shows up a wee bit. This says WSJTX. This is the main software you want for FT8 and all the digital modes. So under settings, file, and settings. Of course, moved to the wrong screen. I'll move it onto the screen. Hopefully, you'll see it better. So general tab. Obviously, you put your call sign and your grid square in there. And I tick text messages and show DXCC in grid, show prefix there, double click start to TX, and that's I use this on the 97 as well, so you don't need to tick that box, it doesn't matter to you. You can if you want. Radio, ICOM 7300, whatever COM port your computer gives it. I've set my baud rate quite high. You can set that in radio, I'll show you in a second. But I've got 115 200, 82, none for the handshaking, 64-bit, cat control, data packet, fake it. They're the main things you want to click. And the audio tab, just whatever audio it comes up with. It'll be something like USB 2, USB 3, audio codec, whatever it comes up with. You'll see that in your device manager. I didn't do anything there. Reporting, enable PSK reporting, definitely want to do that. Prompt to log QSO, put your call sign in there. Everything else, unless you're using some fancy software like I am, you don't need to for logging. You don't need to worry about that. But as long as you click that, you'll be all good. Don't need to worry about that. I usually click a couple of more of these. This is just preference, and it brings up different colors when you're logging. I've just got a few. I'm just zoom in so you can have a closer look. Pause that if you want. Let's scroll down a wee bit. That's how I have it. Under advanced, nothing here you need to worry about at the moment. And that's all the settings. And radio itself, under the menu, set under connectors, CIV, make sure it's unlinked from remote, and that's where you set your baud rate there. None of this you need to change, but it's just basically unlinked remote and 115200. It's the main things you need to worry about. I haven't messed with any of this stuff, so you can play around with that, but I haven't. It's all working fine, so didn't bother fixing it if it's not broken. You can bug around with your tone control stuff, but I didn't bother either. So now this is for your SD card. You pop in an SD card, and from there you can actually format it, and this is where you do your firmware update. Highly recommend you do your firmware update. You can see the screen, that'll help. Finally, make sure you do your I'm running the latest firmware on here. You can a whole pile of other stuff you can do as well, but set your time, it's always handy to have as well. And that's basically all you need to do in there. Under function, turn on your compression. I haven't got compression on at the moment because I'm in FT8 mode, but if I turn off FT8 mode, digital mode, let me just do that. I'm just going to go here, there. So now you'll see if you have function, you can do compression on. So you want to have compression on if you're doing voice, and you hold the multi-knob, and this is where you do your power, and there's your compression control there. So this is how I've got mine set up for mic gain. I run 100% power for voice, and I run 90% power when I'm doing FT8 and stuff like that. So the mic gain's 85, compression's 5, and monitor's 50%. Other things that are quite handy is the noise blanker. You push and hold that button, and you can actually adjust it on the multi-knob there as well. That's for your noise blanker. I'm trying to blank out the neighbour's electric fence at the moment. Noise reduction, same thing. Push and hold, and you can adjust that. I generally have it about between 3 and 4, depending on how much noise you got in your area. That's why it's called a multi-knob. You can push and do multiple things with it. You got preamps. You got preamp 1 and preamp 2. That's the preamp button there, you'll see it pop up there. That's the main things you want to know about the 7300. And yeah, I'll send you a link to the software, and that should be all you need really.